Welcome back at 8:30. Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Maddie Kurth, but another round of storms is in the forecast. Will it rain on all of these Carnival parade routes? That's the question today. Here's meteorologist Gard with your first alert and an answer I think everybody's going to be happy with.
Yeah, I do have good news for our parade goers. We are going to see this severe storm threat come through late tonight, so it will be after the parades are already done. Any of those later parades, they're considering rolling early, and they'll keep a close eye on this forecast, but I do think this will be after 10 o'clock tonight. So everything should be done with by then. We could see some showers ahead of that, so still pack a rain jacket, but the severe weather risk is not going to be until afterwards, late tonight. Strong squall line is going to move through. That will have a damaging wind and tornado threat, so we really want to make sure you're staying weather aware today. Put the Fox 8 weather app on your phone, because then you'll get warning notifications, lightning notifications, and you can take a look at the radar to see where you are in location next to those storms, and that'll be helpful overnight tonight, especially because most of us will be going to sleep at this time. We want to make sure you have a way to be notified about these storms. We have a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather for the North Shore, including Jackson, Mobile, Bogalusa. We also have these lines. That's hatching. That means an increased risk for tornadoes in those areas. So we're definitely focused in on areas north of the lake for the tornado threat. But even farther down to the south, we still have a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather, meaning all modes of severe weather possible. So we still could see some isolated tornadoes down to the south, but widespread, we're looking at a damaging wind threat as the squall line comes through. So damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, widespread, or exceeding that in some areas. So that's going to be really damaging to power lines, Mardi Gras decorations, anything that you have loose outside, you want to make sure that you're tying down. We also could see a few tornadoes. That's why we want to make sure you have ways to get those weather alerts. If you're in a warning, we want you to take shelter immediately in that safe space in your home. We also could see some large hail, up to 1 inch possible. I think that's mostly north of us, but we definitely could see some hail with these storms. And then the heavy flooding rain threat, it will be fairly isolated because it's moving so fast. The storm system is going to be in and out, and that will help with that street flooding risk. So looking at satellite radar, we're seeing the storm system setting up. We have really strong winds coming off the Gulf and moving into this warm front that's way up to the north. Our temperature is 70 degrees. We have heat, we have humidity, we have a lot to work with this strong weather system that's about to move off the plains. So we're waiting on the cold front. It's way over there to the west. That's why we still have a while before we actually see these storms move through. On the forecast modeling, you do start to see some showers, downpours, maybe a storm after 9 o'clock, but the severe threat will not come into play until we get to about 11 to midnight. That's when you start to see the purples here. These are stronger cells, and the squall line itself starting to move through. By midnight, the line has come together. We'll see damaging winds with that. It's pushing through still at 2 to 3, and then by tomorrow morning, we're seeing things clearing out. So really early on, we'll see the front move through, and it's going to be a lot cooler for your Sunday. That will last into the early parts of the week as well. On Monday, we'll see a really chilly start. So 40s and mid-50s for the morning hours on Sunday, and we go from 82 down to the upper 50s with that breeze from the north behind the cold front. So it's going to be a big change for the second half of the weekend. Our next chance for rain, though, is going to come Tuesday into Wednesday, and we might have to watch for a flooding threat in the evening hours there. But this is another weather system that's coming by. This one is going to bring some really cold air behind it. Look at this low coming down. We have a winter storm potential up to the north. We're in the rain here. And then Arctic blast, very strong low pressure coming down across the Great Lakes, bringing us much colder air. If you look at the 7-day temperatures, after tomorrow, we don't get back above normal, but Tuesday we're in the mid 60s, then we drop to the 40s by Thursday and Friday for our highs, and our morning lows north and west of the lake will be well into the 20s, so we will have to watch for hard freeze conditions. We also have a light freeze Monday morning, so maybe take those plants inside now because they're going to get blown around tonight, and then we have that cold air later this week. Right now we're seeing the sunshine. We're in the low 70s, very warm with windy conditions, and we could see wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour through the afternoon. So that's something the parades are going to want to think about with those floats. That's really the only issue I see, though, for those parade routes. The storm threat is late overnight tonight. Make sure you download that Fox 8 weather app so you can get those alerts. Then we'll have that cold front pass through, Maddie, and then it's looking a lot more like winter for the rest of the week, especially with that second front that comes through Thursday and Friday.
Oh yeah, quite the weather roller coaster. I think after the snow day, everybody really needed a nice break of warmth just to defrost a bit.
No, it really felt like springtime. We had lots of 80-degree days, record temperatures. We could be near the record today.
Right.
But winter is always going to come back.
Right.
It's
I
fake
suppose
spring.
February is still winter.
Yes,
I
it
guess.
is still technically winter until March 1st. Meteorological
That's
spring.
right. All right, we'll hold on tight until then. Thanks, Hannah.